Lifting your speakers and putting them way up there high. Watch the big tough guy Jake. Just lift him up with just a couple of fingers. Look at that go. Look at that. He's got the gun show going and everything. Nicely done. That stuff sounded pretty good on cassettes, didn't it? You said you rewound it. That's pretty good. I haven't heard anyone use cassettes for years, man. That sounds really good. Let's see, the Bose people do that. Yeah, no kidding. That sounded good. What? No, that sounded good. And you know, they actually work like that too. You can walk in front of them. I was walking in front of them the other day and they're like, no feedback. So that's pretty cool too. Jake, we're selling those stands here, the Franken stands. They're what, 135 bucks? We're selling them for 100 bucks a piece for the Frankenstein guy. You can place your order right here with Jake. 100 bucks a piece, bags are 20. You can get them delivered right to you. All right. Speaking of Jake, let's skip to the get married people.
You might know it because it looks a little bit like the Galaxian from American DJ. The only thing is the Axis has been out longer than the American DJ, and it was actually developed before the Galaxian was. So you see they have many different modes you can have. They can have sound active mode. They have dip switches, so you can have different slower modes. You could have just green, you could have just red. So it's got a lot of different modes. So that would be the Axis, and that is currently at the show selling for $625. So the Axis is selling for $625 at the show, and it is normally a $12.99 fixture, and that is the second generation of the Axis. The next light I'm going to show you is called the Pyro. The Pyro is much like that. It's much like another light that's out there. It's got a great spread on it, as you can see. And the Pyro normally sells for $999, and for the show tonight, for the tour, they're cutting it down to $450. So that's got a great spread on it. It easily fills this room. And if you can see, I'm going to kind of project it on the ceiling. So it easily fills up the ceiling above the dance floor. And it has different modes too. You can have sound active mode. You can make them go slower. You can make them go faster. You can see some of the different modes it's doing right here. There's a firework type effect right there. So that would be the Axis. And the coup de grace of what they're selling right now is called the Mobile Beat. We actually have our own laser. They named it after us. It's called the Mobile Beat. This actually, you need a variance to operate this. So a variance, you get that from the government. They're actually a lot easier to get now than they were years ago, as Drax will probably talk to you about. But the Mobile Beat is the coup de grace of what they were selling, or what they are selling on the tour. Apparently a laser company went out of business and they bought the optics for them, so it is a very limited run. There you see the liquid sky effect, and I'll just tell you a little bit about the Mobile Beat here. Okay, the Mobile Beat is a 50 milliwatt green laser. It's green and it can be customizable. You could plug it in your computer, and it's ILDA is what they call it. Instead of DMX for lighting, it's ILDA for lasers. And you could have different effects. You could write different people's names on it, much like you can a custom gobo, only this you just plug into a computer and do right there. Say for instance you had a quinceanera or a 15th or a 16th birthday party, a sweet 16, you could write the guest of honor's name in laser form. And they are selling these. These are normally $1,000 and they're selling them for $499 tonight. You can have them in standalone, or like I said, you could use ILDA and hook them up to your computer with the special X-Laser interface. And there's a lot of different things too. You can change the modes if you don't have it hooked up to your computer too. So like I said, $499, that's the Mobile Beat. It's a very limited production run. As you can see, it is very, very cool, but you do need a variance for it, and you can't aim it at the dance floor, and you gotta adhere to some standards with it too. So that is X-Laser. If you guys have any questions, please come up and let me know after the show or during the breaks. Thank you very much, guys. Get the lights turned on here in just a second for you.
That's it, it's over. The Mobile Beat tour in Atlanta is done, and I think they've got one more to do tomorrow night at Tampa, and then that'll be it for the summer. But you know what, it's been a real successful tour. I've heard that they've had a lot of great speakers, and the ones they had here tonight in Atlanta were really good. You know, of course I tried to videotape as much as I could, and just to give you a little sample of what the excitement was tonight, but they had a lot of great vendors, they had a lot of great door prizes. It was just a great event, and I hope they do more of these next year. Now let's talk a little bit about Mobile Beat Las Vegas. It's coming up in February, and I went ahead and bought my pass tonight. You know, got a discount for coming to the Mobile Beat tour. It's going to be a big event, and we definitely all want to make sure that we're there next year. And you know what? It's going to be a lot of fun, and you need to make sure you're there. It's going to be February 9th through 11th at the Riviera Hotel in Las Vegas. One more thing before I cut the camera off, I did want to mention that I had a lot of people asking me tonight if I was with DJ Intelligence, and I'm going to show you why, okay? You take a look right there, you see my DJ Intelligence pin? Yeah, that's the pin that we got, actually all the DJs got at Mobile Beat Las Vegas this past year, but I thought I'd just wear mine just for the heck of it. So anyway, I'm not with DJ Intelligence, but I'm glad I was able to represent them tonight. So anyway, that's about it. I'm going to head back to the hotel, and I'm going to get up tomorrow morning and make the 5.5–6 hour trip back to Pensacola. So until next time, practice and enjoy.